Barry had fought the Reverse Flash countless times. They had fought through the timeways, they'd fought across Central City, they even ran around the entire world in one of their battles. But he had never seen anything like this. The skies over Central City were red. The negative speed force bled into their world, streaking lightning down upon the city, destroying entire buildings. Time wraiths. A countless number of time wraiths swarmed in the sky, grabbing civilians, removing them from the entirety of the timeline. And at the center of the entire city, the Reverse Flash. He sat there, taunting Barry, calling out for him to come and face his final judgment. Oliver walked into the room. He had assembled the entirety of the Justice League. They had to stop the Reverse Flash because the damages were spreading beyond Central City, destroying the homes of fellow League members. Everyone suited up. They understood that this may be a mission that some of them did not come back from. The Reverse Flash was no longer just a threat to Barry Allen, he was a threat to the entire planet. Oliver gave a speech. He's usually pretty good at that. And out they went. But before he did, Iris stopped him. She told him to record a message for their Nora. And so he did. He told her how much he loved her and how much he was so proud of her. And how much he would have loved to have shown her how to use the Speed Force. And that she was a speedster like him, and he hoped that she could be a hero that protected Central City, that gave it her all. He gave Iris one last hug, a kiss on the forehead, and he touched her stomach. Nora still hadn't been born yet, she was on the way, and he wasn't sure whether or not he would ever be able to see her take her first steps. And off he went. He ran into the battle happening at the heart of Central City. Oliver and the entirety of the League were attempting to fight off all of the Speed Force demons, all of the time wraiths that were pouring into the city from the breach in the sky. But that wasn't his mission. His mission was to stop the man at the heart of the chaos, and he saw him. Eobard Thawne, sitting at the heart of Central City upon a throne made up of energy from the negative Speed Force. And Thawne laughed. And he made a move. So Barry made a move as well. As they fought, the entirety of the city seemed to stand still. Heroes not moving. Time wraiths not moving. This was the final battle and they were both giving it their all. But Barry knew he was faster. And he was better. Because one thing he realized about Eobard through all of their battles, every time Eobard came back, he was more unhinged, more insane, unable to read the room like he used to in the past. And this time it showed. He was cocky. He saw himself as the avatar of the negative Speed Force. And Barry used that to his advantage to beat him. But there was a look in his eye, a madness that Barry had never seen before. And off he went, before Barry could even react. So he gave chase. A breach opened to show Barry that Eobard was running into the past, but where? Where could the Reverse Flash be heading during their final battle? As he looked around, running through the timeways, Barry realized that Eobard was thinking about him. He was running somewhere in relation to Barry. And then he saw it. Off in the distance, just before the Reverse Flash exited from the portal. The Reverse Flash was running to his home, where his mother and father resided. Barry and Reverse Flash burst into the scene. His mother in the middle of the living room, their battle happening around the entirety of the house, with his mother at the epicenter. There's no way, Barry thought. Eobard wouldn't have ran into the past with the intention of killing his mother. That would destabilize the entire timeline. But then, he saw himself enter the frame. And he realized that if his past self was injured, if his past self was killed, the time wave would collapse as well. So Barry made a decision. He would use the few fractions of a second that he had to get his younger self away from this battle. And so he did. He ran his younger self down the street and turned to run back. But as he was running back, he was blindsided. He looked up, and it was another reverse flash, another Eobard. But this one was wearing the face of Harrison Wells. He'd never met this version before. And before he could react, he saw the telltale glow, the red, of the negative Speed Force. And he was thrown into chaos. And Barry felt himself fall. He felt the raw emotions of the negative Speed Force. He felt his fear, he felt his anger, and he suffered. And that version of Eobard smiled. And Barry realized this was a trap. It was always a trap, another experiment from the Reverse Flash. And he was captured. A prize, a trophy that Eobard would be able to torture whenever he wanted. And everything went black.